Hello, everybody. What's going on? This is Andrew, and today I'm going to be playing some Historic on Magic Arena. And today's deck is focused on Oni-Cult Anvil, a new card from Kamigawa Neon Dynasty that says whenever one or more artifacts you control leave the battlefield during your turn, make a 1/1 colorless construct artifact token. And you can sacrifice an artifact with the Anvil to have it deal 1 damage to each opponent and you gain 1 life. This card caught a lot of people's attention when it was spoiled because it's a sweet card. It makes drafting really fun, and it seems like there's maybe something cool you can do with it in Constructed. Well, it reminded me, and probably a lot of other people, of a card from Aether Revolt or Kaladesh, I can't remember which, called Hidden Stockpile. This thing says at the beginning of your end step, if a permanent you controlled left the battlefield this turn, make a 1/1. This 1/1 happens to be an artifact creature token, Servo. Okay, so now we have 8 copies of a very similar effect in Historic. So what can we do with it? Well, I grabbed everybody's least favorite cat and Oven and Mayhem Devil and threw them in a deck with some more artifacts like Renegade Map or the blood token from Voldaren Epicure, some removal and disruption in Thoughtseize and Fatal Push, and not a lot of lands because map counts as lands and we top out our curve at 3 mana. And I put this deck together. And in my couple of practice games, it's gone pretty well. We've been able to do the thing more often than not. And the thing is pretty good. I think there's a couple different ways you can build this deck, but this was the first idea I had. So I'm going to walk you through this this first version of the deck. The sideboard is pretty straightforward. We've got some more disruption and removal, some Rites of Oblivion, and just some random one-ofs to help us grind if we need to try to grind. And that's this deck. It's pretty straightforward in concept, but some of the things you have to do with this deck can be a little tricky. So we're going to hop into a couple of matches and see if our 8 Anvil or 8 Stockpile, whatever you want to call it, deck can keep up with Historic. All right, getting into our first match here. I'm just hoping that I can show off what this deck can do. We don't need a lot of lands to operate, so only having 2 lands here is totally fine. We need red more than white, so I'll start with the Grim Climb pathway. But we're going to keep this hand. Some removal, Deadly Disputes to keep us going, or to start us going maybe. And we're just going to lead on a Witch's Oven. And now we just need some creatures. Anvil's a good draw. We've got Fatal Pushes to keep our opponent off of whatever they're doing. Oh, it's an enchantments deck. Not sure how we beat the enchantments deck, but we're gonna try our best. Play the Renegade Map, pass the turn. We'll probably just Deadly Dispute a map. Here's Epicure. Make a blood token. And then I'll shock in the Goblet Shrine. And pass the turn. Pretty sure we just die here, which is silly, but this gives this Shroud, this lets them, oh, they've made deck Rest in Peace? I mean, yeah, I guess that makes sense. It's pretty bad for us. Actually, I'm just gonna concede before they see too much of our deck. I don't think we can beat this opening, and maybe we can't even beat this enchantments deck with how our deck's currently built. But Duresses, Go Blanks, Rite of Oblivion's help, and then probably bring in all the grindy stuff, and just like cut some of the engine stuff. Just don't know what, though. Shambling Ghast maybe doesn't do enough. Need the maps, because maps are lands. We only have 18 lands in this deck, but the maps give us essentially 22 lands, which is plenty. I think I can afford to cut a Deadly Dispute. Maybe I cut some number of the cat ovens. Probably not. It's probably Epicure gets cut before cat oven. Something like this, maybe? This is a tough matchup, I think. I think we need to disrupt them and be prepared for a matchup where things go awkwardly long. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe bringing in the grindy stuff is not what this matchup's about. We have the potential to get off to a really fast start here. So I'm going to keep this hand. I'm going to shock Godless Shrine on 1 and play Renegade Map. Okay. Do I want Oni-Cult, Anvil, or Hidden Stockpile? Which one do I want going first? It doesn't super matter, right? I'll play the Oni-Cult, Anvil. I'll do this. Go get a swamp. Go. We'll see if I just want to go blank them this turn or not. I can't stockpile plus Fatal Push. Jukai Naturalist, sure. Can't do everything. I think I just killed that, though. Hit for 1. I think I'm just passing. Okay, well, Lolth is going to work this game. Am I go blanking them here? Probably. Go blanking them with 3 cards in hand seems pretty good to me. Your turn. Since they have the authority out, it doesn't really make sense to loop these guys. Okay. They found some enchantment creatures. No blocks. My turn. Definitely just play Lolth here. Make some spiders. Oh, they come in tapped. I mean, that's still fine. This blocks this. Lolth is gonna survive. It's fine. I still think that's the right play. That's a little awkward, but it's fine. This card's really annoying. Okay. What is on top of your deck, opponent? Enchantress's Presence, sure. Jeez, their draw's been good. Oh, this taps for a bunch of mana, yep. Yeah, we're in another position where we're basically just gonna lose this game.
Subservience will be rewarded.
Yeah, I'm not sure we can beat them.
I'll take
Looping
the secret.
Cat Oven doesn't do anything. So I can do this, put a counter on Lolth, then I can bring Cat back, sacrifice the food, which is an artifact, which triggers the Oni-Cult Anvil, which makes creatures come into play. My opponent keeps saying, oops, like, I know they're getting life, but I'm putting creatures onto the battlefield. Put another Enchantress's Presence, sure. This makes how much mana? 1, 2, this makes 5 mana now. Another one, sure. Why not? I'll just concede. It's a tough matchup. Turn 1 Authority of the Consuls is tough to beat for our deck, but you don't see that often. Let's go again. Alright, we're gonna give this deck another go. Because you could see we were close to doing the thing. Yeah, this hand's fine. I think I put the map away. Because the disputes will help me find lands. Phoenix. We'll see how Phoenix goes. I really have no clue what to expect here. I think I'd rather lead Epic here than Cauldron Familiar. I've got some removal and I've got more removal in the sideboard, so... And we've got Soul Guide Lanterns. Go to combat. Enter for 1. I think I just play 2 cats here. They have Spike Field Hazard. My poor cat. Okay, here's another one. We've got the Godless Shrine. We've got these Deadly Disputes to refuel and hopefully find one of our 8 copies of the card we want. Oh. Expressive Iteration just as a Anticipate? It's not the best use of this card. There's Oven. Okay, Oven's good, obviously. Yep, there's Channeler. We're ahead, but we're not ahead by a lot. Our opponent, there's a lot our opponent can do to come back from here. If that's all they have, that's a pretty good for us for now. Main deck Mystical Disputes, really. cycle the cat. Then I'm gonna Deadly Dispute the blood token. Okay. Should I just throw the ghast away? It's probably better to throw the treasure away. Nothing, huh? Okay, that's fine. This Kolaghan's command might be able to do some. Oh, Sprite Dragon. I can snipe that one. Cast a 2-mana spell here, please. That's not a 2-mana spell. Well, I think I still go for it. Shoot. So close. Okay. Land spell, really? That's what's left? Jeez, I'm so mad. And then they get a bird back now, too. Unreal. Absolutely unreal that that's what they had there. We drew so many cards, but couldn't find any of our copies of what we actually need. So we can hit them to... Them to 9. Play Shambling Ghast. Play this. Kolaghan's command. Oh, maybe I should have draw stepped the Kolaghan's command. Yeah. I don't know, maybe it wouldn't have mattered, because like they could just flash back the Ox. Hardcast Phoenix. And so let's see, I can... Oh, I shouldn't have played the map. I could have eaten food and stayed alive here. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This can kill a Phoenix, but then I'm still taking 3. Yeah, so if I didn't play the map, I could have eaten the Shambling Ghast and stayed alive for one more turn. Which, of course, you never know if that's good enough, but... Thoughtseize is usually bad against decks like this. Oh, I want my Fatal Pushes still. I want my Deadly Disputes, but maybe I trim one dispute. I'm going to trim a Stockpile and an Anvil. Maybe all of the Epicures. Would I rather have Epicure or Shambling Ghast? I'll go 2 and 2. Lolth and Sorin both make flying blockers, which is pretty good. Actually, you know what? That's probably good enough. I'll take the Epicures out and put Lolth and Sorin in. Okay. Can we keep up? I think so. Yes, this hand looks good. It's a little awkward that I have to play the Haunted Ridge on turn 1. My one Haunted Ridge. Kind of awkward for me here. But I think it's worth just playing first. The next turn I can shock. And then go Oven plus Cat. Maybe it's just Oven plus Ghast here. I think it is. I think that's worth it. Now, any black land off the top, and I'm off to the races. Abraid's fine. I think I'll just play Hidden Stockpile here. And just chill. Yep. Next turn a land means I can go Familiar plus hold up a Braid. Or... yeah, that's probably what I'd do. Sure, they're casting spells and stuff, whatever. One Phoenix in the bin. Sacrifice the cat. Hidden Stockpile activates. I'll probably just scry with the Hidden Stockpile. Might scry my cat away, actually. We'll see. Cat comes back. Cool. Have a Mayhem Devil, don't need another one. Looking for a land. Sweet. I'm just gonna slam Mayhem Devil here. Attack with both. Damage. Sacrifice the cat. Shoot the channeler. They're looking for a land to put into their graveyard, which they of course found. And they found another bird. So now I'm just ending the turn, making another 1/1. Sure. Opponent's draw has been pretty good here. Draw 2, discard 2. Do we have more Phoenixes in the bin? No. Okay. Iteration will probably find a 1-mana spell, though. Now I'm probably just dead. I can hope for a whiff, but I'm not naive enough to think that this opponent will whiff. Okay. Okay, they played a land already. Oh no, they hadn't. And they found an Abrade. Cool. Yep. Yep. So I can't loop cats anymore because my oven's gone. Let's go Cauldron Familiar. Let's go Abrade, the Dragon's Rage Channeler. And let's attack for 3. Sure. Whatever. And you have your third Unholy Heat? Only second? Is that only their second Unholy Heat? Oh, it was a Flame Blessed Bolt earlier. Sure. Now we'll cast the Ox. They'll draw 3 cards, and it's all bad. And there's their 4th Dragon's Rage Channeler. Yeah, I think if that game plays out just a little differently, we're in a really good spot, but it's not how it was meant to be. Alright, we're getting a bonus 3rd match here, because the first 2 went pretty quickly, and because I really want this deck to work. It worked when I was testing it, and I want it to work now. Yeah, this hand looks good. We'll put back the oven. We don't need the oven right now. They're Luris. Oh, that's actually not what I expected. They're a Delver Luris deck. Okay. Well, I was going to play the map on one, so then I could get Anvil going, but now I feel like I have to play the Shambling Ghast on one, which isn't really what I wanted to do. But I need it, and then I might have to Deadly Dispute next turn to kill the Delver. We'll see. Kill Sprite Dragon. Draw some cards. Wicked Thought Seize them. I think I actually play the map here. Yep, Delver doesn't flip. There's a Dragon Rage Channeler, sure. And no land from our opponent, okay. So we'll go Anvil here. Crack this. Go get the plains. Play Haunted Ridge, play Thoughtseize. I'll take the Go Blank. They can have those other cards, whatever. Okay. Okay. Getting excited about beating a land screwed opponent. Oh no! Opponent? Okay, we'll try one more match. Alright, getting into our bonus 4th match of Magic today. This hand actually doesn't do nothing. The Deadly Dispute kind of gets things going. Do I keep the one lander with Familiar Thoughtseize? And double Anvil? I think so. Against a Lurrus deck. So, what I was going to say was I expect the Lurrus deck to be the Enchantments deck, which it is. I'm gonna do I Thoughtseize? I think I have to Thoughtseize. Oh, they don't have a second land. I see. I guess I take the black card. Hope they don't draw land. Found a black land. That doesn't really count. Now I just go... Shock. Anvil. Next turn I go Shock, Cat. Hold up Deadly Dispute. Oh, come on. Really? Well, now we have to play a game of Magic. How many times... Like, how many lands does this deck play? Not super many, and how many are plains? Again, not super many. Like, it's much more likely that my opponent just draws absolutely nothing there, instead of drawing actual cards. And they found a black spell they can cast now. Oh, jeez Louise. Okay. Now I'm going Cat. And I think I'm just chilling. Because what I want to do is Deadly Dispute the Cat away. So I can play Anvil next turn. So I can start... You found another ghost form? Sure. Can't kill any of their stuff now. Actually, Mayhem Devil's probably going to be good at just, like, machine getting down their stuff. Deadly Dispute, get rid of the cat, draw 2 cards. My turn. So much mayhem. Okay. So if I go... what's the best way to do this? I can go Mayhem Devil, untapped land, yeah, I think that's the better way to do it. I guess, do I play Mayhem Devil first or Anvil first, right? So if I play Anvil first, then land, crack this, get 2 1/1s, and then Mayhem Devil? Or do I want to get triggers off the Mayhem Devil? I guess it's better to get 1/1s this turn, right? So we'll go Anvil first. And then I'll put this on red. I will play the Mayhem Devil. Now if they target... They found an angelic gift for that too. Okay, okay. Sure. Oh. They went and gotten all that glitters. I take 10. Second Mayhem Devil was going to do so much work. But it doesn't matter, we're just dead. Okay, cool. Let's try this again. So I think I want some of the hand disruption against them. I think I want the Rites of Oblivion. And do I want the Abrades? Probably. And then it's probably just like take out some of the Epicures. Trim a Deadly Dispute. The Culligan's Command doesn't do much. And like an oven, something like this. Okay. Our hand was our hand was almost so good. We just needed them to stumble for another turn. Okay. Cat, Anvil, Devil with a Duress. This seems fine. I actually think I probably Duress on one, because like running the cat out doesn't do anything. Cool, they just mulligan to 5, and I have a Duress on turn 1, so they mulligan to 4. Be surprised if they don't just concede this game. Duress you. Take Kaya's ghost form, go. Play Anvil, say go. They can play SRAM here. Do they just play the naked SRAM? They do. Oven, cat. Throw the cat in the oven. Bring back cat. Sacrifice food, trigger Anvil, make a 1/1. Go. Next turn Mayhem Devil means we start popping off. As long as they don't have anything else in their hand, we're good to go. I can easily sacrifice 3 things a turn for the rest of the game. That's just with the cards I have in my hand, without drawing anything. Okay, they get to draw some cards. Oh, I just sent Fatal Push. I think I still do the Mayhem Devil play, though. So, like, sacrifice this. Shoot SRAM. Do that. Trigger Anvil. Shoot SRAM. Attack. Okay. So we took care of a mulligan to 4 opponent. That's good. Glad we can do that. Any changes to make? I don't think so. It's always hard to know if I'd rather have Epicure or Shambling Ghast. I think most of the time Shambling Ghast is just a smidge better, but it's close. Okay, opponent mulliganed to 4 last time. Let's see if we can win a fair game. Yeah, this hand looks good. They mulligan to 5. Shock Duress into Hidden Stockpile into Go Blank You. It's gonna do a lot. Then Mayhem Devil to go with Hidden Stockpile later. Might be enough. Shambling Ghast is pretty good follow-up to all that. I just take the Ghost form here, because the Claim to Fame is not going to do anything after I Go Blank them. Alright, I just need to cross my fingers that they don't find anything to do with the Spirit Dancer for now. Okay, they took on my Mayhem Devil. That makes sense. I'm just gonna Go Blank. And then, let's see if I find... Oh, I can just kill this no matter what. I guess I don't want to kill it right now. This on red, play Shambling Ghast. I think I just do nothing. But they're just running out Luris. I feel like that's good for me. I can kill everything this turn, right? Let's see, Abrade Luris. Deadly Dispute. One of these dies, I make a treasure. This. Give that -1. I guess I keep Rite of Oblivion. Make a 1/1 say go. I probably should have just killed the Spirit Dancer beforehand. I forgot that it says cast, not ETBs. Shock SRAM, sure. Make a 1/1. I think I'm just scrying for now. Yeah, I'll just draw. Go blank you. Might as well do this to get a free scry in. Yeah, I'll keep a Shambling Ghast on top. That's a creature that has text. Attack for 1. This is the slow grind. Our opponent's probably not going to be able to win from here, but we're killing them very slowly. And we'll keep Fatal Push, sure. There's probably a build of this deck that plays Meathook Massacre, right? Meathook Massacre gives you another way to drain your opponent out. There could be like a turbo drain version to consider also. But, I mean, for now, this is fine. Hidden Stockpile, makes a 1/1. Another Light Pause, yep. Fatal Push. There we go. The Mayhem Devil in this build is kind of like our version of a drain effect. Don't need Renegade Map. But you could always double up, right? Having multiple drain effects is good. So, there we go. That's what this deck's trying to do. I'm glad we were able to get a win. Sweet. So, we lost to Enchantments and to Phoenix. I think we had a really good matchup in that third match. What did we play against? Like Grixis Delver or something, I think could have gone fine for us. And then we completely dismantled a Aura's deck, which felt really good. I think there's something here. I think combining Anvil, Stockpile, Mayhem Devil, and then some of these other cards is a good place to start. Like I was starting to say at the end of that last game, having Meathook Massacre is probably something to consider, because Meathook Massacre says when a creature you control dies, each opponent loses a life, and since we're sacrificing our own creatures a lot, this is a nice way to both clear your opponent's board and end the game yourself. And it doesn't target, so it gets around like untargetability and stuff like that. So probably some copies of Meathook Massacre somewhere in the 75 is a good thing to try, and might be my next thing here. But I like the rest of what this deck is doing. I like that it only plays 18 lands because it just has spells that cost 1. And I just like it. The Cat Oven package probably doesn't need to stay, but it feels too good to not to be in here, you know what I mean? I don't love Cat Oven. I'll be one of the first people to tell you that I do not like this combination of cards. But as long as it's legal and you're playing a deck that sacrifices stuff, it kind of feels like a necessity. But there were some vampires that I considered playing in a build. The uncommon one, the 3/2, that makes blood and can kill stuff, is pretty good in a build like this. The 2-mana 1/3 that gives you blood when you gain life is pretty good in a build like this, because Anvil gains life. There's a lot of little sneaky things you can do now that we have 8 copies of this effect. So let me know if you've been playing with a deck like this. I think that there's still a lot more to explore in the historic format with Anvil and Hidden Stockpile. That being said, that's going to be it from me for today. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will catch you next time.